is McKenna.
Hi, my name is McKenna Olivarez. I've been a student at Parkwood-Upjohn Elementary School for 6 years. My years at Parkwood-Upjohn have been a roller coaster of twists and turns of excitement. I came here when I was in kindergarten, and my teacher's name was Mrs. Brookfield. The best part of kindergarten was meeting one of my best friends. Her name is Peyton Westcott. Peyton is one of those people who will always have your back and can crack a joke or two. My other best friend in kindergarten was Zoe Flynn. She is still one of my best friends, and I have known her since we were in kindergarten together. Preschool together. She is super funny and always knows just what to say. But kindergarten flew by, and suddenly I was in first grade. I think it was definitely one of my best years at Parkwood. I had the best teacher ever. Her name was Mrs. Hollenbeek. The only bad thing about that year was Zoe was not in my class. Peyton was, and don't get me wrong, we still all played together every single day at recess. Mrs. Hollenbeek took us on nature walks in Crane Park. Around the middle of the year, we all got to go on pony rides for an AR party. At the end of the year, Mrs. Hollenbeek took us to her house to eat popsicles on her back deck. Before I knew it, my first grade journey was coming to an end, but my second grade journey was just beginning. In second grade, I had Mrs. Bean as my teacher. She took our whole class to Viner Park Zoo for a field trip. It was really fun. That year, my mom put together a cheerleading squad with Mrs. Kimbrough, and they were the coaches. You know, having your mom be the coach and all, that's pretty cool. We got to cheer at the halftime show at Hoopla. It was pretty awesome. When I finished, my head dripping with sweat, I loved the sound of the roaring crowd. The best part of second grade was meeting one of my closest friends. His name is Colton Heyer. I don't think he liked me at first, but we became best friends. Now, where do I start with him? Well, he was super funny and knew how to make anyone laugh at any given time. But before I knew it, I was in Mrs. Buchholz's third grade class. But can you guess who was not in my class? Peyton, Zoe, or Colton. But third grade was still a year I'd never forget. When we were working on the chapter about the Midwest and social studies, Mrs. Buchholz let us go outside and lasso lemonade cans. If you caught it, you got to drink it. When Mrs. Buchholz was teaching us about the Olympics, she let us act it out. The divers got to jump off the tables, and the basketball players got to throw a ball into a trash can. On Halloween, we all got sweet water-powered donuts. The next year, I was in fourth grade with Mrs. Henley. That was a great year at Parkwood. Mrs. Henley was really nice. She also made a very good math teacher. This year, I met Elena and Brianna. Elena's really funny and always has had my back. And Brianna just knows how to be a best friend or sister, and I hope it will always be that way. That year, Colton also introduced me to one of his best friends. His name is Jonah Hollenbeek. He was really funny, but the one thing that stuck out to me most was how nice he was. That year, Mrs. Henley took us to the Nature Center. We also went to the Kalamazoo Valley Museum. We learned about how astronauts work the spaceships and be ready that anything could go wrong. Fourth grade flew past, and suddenly I was in fifth grade. This is the last step of my journey to completing elementary school. I was kind of scared of fifth grade because I had Mrs. Van Kirk. I had heard rumors that she carries around a hammer and hits kids that were acting up with it. Don't worry, it was never true. I love Mrs. Van Kirk, and I could not have asked for any better fifth grade teacher. Fourth grade kids were just big liars. This year we had some pretty fun field trips. We went to the Kalamazoo Institute of Art, and we also went to Sherman Lake Camp for 5 days. We got to sleep in cabins with a counselor. My counselor's name was Paula, and for some reason she was addicted to the Big Bang Theory. The counselors at Sherman Lake Camp were really nice. That year we also took a trip to Chenry Auditorium to go see a Sleeping Beauty play, and it was okay. I think the teacher that has inspired me most out of my 6 years at Parkwood-Upjohn has been Mrs. Boyer. She's the music teacher here. She has really encouraged my passion for music. I love the spring concert she helps us put on each year. I could not have made it to where I am now if it weren't for the support of my amazing family, awesome friends, and all of the wonderful people at Parkwood-Upjohn. Thank you.